When a buoyant Erik ten Hag entered the press conference room at Old Trafford following Manchester United's win against Man City in January, a wide grin was etched across his face and he said the team's improvement was obvious. Ten Hag proceeded to discuss the tactics he used and in particular, playing Bruno Fernandes on the right wing. The ploy had been effective in the match and the decision to relocate Fernandes was vindicated by his goal for the equalizer. The idea with Bruno on the right wing and especially in defending, we defended as usual but in possession, he had a role to come in between the lines to bring an extra player there and bring the opponent problems, he said. He created hesitation and confusion and I thought he played that role brilliantly. The rest of the team adapted well to the situation and we had really good breaks by finding the free man. Bruno was an important factor in that role. Ten Hag thought Fernandes' performance was worthy of the Man of the Match award and considering his glowing praise for his de facto captain playing on the right wing, it seems inevitable he'll play there again in the FA Cup final. Fernandes has enjoyed a fine season and although he prefers to play as a number 10, it seems pragmatic to play him on the right against City. Their midfield is world-class and Fernandes can provide a numerical advantage when not in possession. The final day of the Premier League season produced heartwarming family scenes. The players enjoyed a well-deserved lap of honor after the victory against Fulham and they were joined by their partners and children on the pitch. There will be some players at the club that made their final appearances at Old Trafford on that afternoon and those members of the dressing room now have the opportunity to help write the perfect last chapter with a FA Cup triumph. Wout Weghorst is set to depart after the final and he'll savor the occasion. Had never won a trophy until this season. The futures of Harry Maguire and Fred remain uncertain, whilst Jack Butland is likely to be on the bench for the final time. Maguire has made just 8 league starts this term and he could leave in search of regular game time. Fred has been given more minutes but not a significant amount, which has seen Fulham express an interest in signing the Brazilian. Marcel Sabitzer and Anthony Martial are sidelined with injury and they'll watch from the stands. It's unclear whether United will make a permanent offer to Bayern Munich for Sabitzer and a departure for the injury-plagued Martial is overdue. Rather unsurprisingly, the decision has been taken to partially engrave the trophy early ahead of the FA Cup final. The word Manchester has been engraved and either United or City will be added to the trophy following the final whistle. United and City have won the FA Cup on 18 out of a possible 141 occasions between them, but they've never met in the final until now and the Football Association hope the early engraving is a fitting tribute to a historic occasion. It also means the trophy engraver will be delighted that he's only doing a half-day's work at Wembley. United and City defeated Brighton and Sheffield United respectively in the FA Cup semi-finals in April. It was the second trip to Wembley of the season for supporters of a red persuasion and yet they still filled more seats than their rivals. The attendance for United's semi-final was 81,445, whilst it was just 69,603 for the other last 4 match. The difference in attendance was also shown on the TV cameras, with plenty of empty seats being spotted during City's win. The power shift in Manchester has been tangible over the last decade, but that does not apply to the level of support. United are the second most successful team in the FA Cup, behind only Arsenal, 14, with victories in the competition. In addition, they have also won 5 of their last 6 FA Cup meetings against City, most recently a 3-2 away win in January 2012. The only defeat in that run was a semi-final victory for City, then managed by Roberto Mancini, in 2010-11. Although those statistics are good omens, United have never won both major domestic cup competitions in a single campaign.